When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?
Welcome everyone to that episode of Something About.
Everybody's doing good.
Casual.
Welcome back to another episode.
Yes.
My bad.
Yo, come to me.
Hope everybody's doing good. You guys enjoyed your time in between episodes.
Yes. Which is 2 weeks, but nobody's counting, you know.
Yeah. It is what it is, guys.
Yo.
We went on vacation. We were like, you know what?
We're not being paid for this.
I'm going on pre-vacation before vacation.
Exactly.
But still, hope everybody's been doing good.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't get a chance yet, go check out the last episode and wherever we have in the collection.
I mean, you had 2 weeks worth, so I mean, if you didn't, you're lazy, you know.
Exactly. You're slacking.
Yeah, 3 hours in.
We don't want to put too much pressure on you.
Exactly.
So if you can go back, listen to the other stuff.
Exactly.
Subscribe, follow us on IG, and check out our stuff at the same time. If you got time for that,
I posted some cute pics of me. Only me. There's like no one else in these pictures.
You're not gonna have your IG title.
I said I'm
for
single.
The next 2 weeks.
I'm single on my Instagram.
No, you're not. Then I mean, well, okay. C'est réciproque d'abord.
Okay, fair enough.
All right.
So yeah, we were gone for 2 weeks. I mean, we spent the last week in Cuba. We are going to Cuba for
Holguin, to be specific.
Yes, to like a family resort. Now we know it's a family resort, but specific.
I was told there that it's the most humble city in Cuba. That's what you know. The guy who gave us the boats.
Really?
That's what he told me.
Damn.
And I believe it. We'll get more into it, but I believe.
No, it was great. Honestly, like I had never gone to the south. Remember when we first arrived? I was like, a palm tree. I was like,
damn, Nani.
I think I've always seen and Googled palm trees when I'm doing reference for a drawing. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I've ever seen an actual palm tree.
Now you have your own pictures to use as reference.
And the sand was like super soft, which c'est pas comme la plage d'Oka, you know?
Nah, c'est pas de la boîte.
I thought that was average. I don't know.
Really, had nothing on it.
When you have nothing to compare to.
Had nothing on it. Exactly. When you have nothing, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's like, damn, la plage d'Oka, ça peut
plus...
Quand
tu vas t'es genre, donde azul? Donde azul? Where's the blue? Why is it green?
No, it's brown. Plage d'Oka.
Why is it not like light beige?
Exactly. I'm not hitting it, plage d'Oka, you know.
No, we are
to try its best. Like Québec, là.
Okay, it's trying his best for real.
It's like Québec, là. You know how temperature for palm trees and stuff. You expect.
Au Québec, ça.
Are there seashells à la plage d'Oka?
I don't think so. Je pense que t'auras plus de chances de trouver genre un bouchon de
bière.
Budweiser than a seashell. You know, like it's gonna be folded like this.
And then the crab will be walking with it.
Technically could be seashell.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, we went to the beach, to the resort
Iberostar. Selection Holguin.
Exactly.
Shout out. I honestly, you know, a lot of people were talking bad. You know, before we left, there was comments.
Well, I mean, people
on
comment,
the plane.
whatever,
People,
right?
no, but for sure, people were saying stuff. People were saying stuff after when we were coming back.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, we'll elaborate this episode about what I guess some people were complaining for. But you know, what you think about it, you can have 5 reviews out of the 10,000 people that have been there the last couple months, right? So, you know, there's always a couple people that are gonna complain for like very specific things.
But those are the loudest people. I remember reading or hearing about this study, how, you know, when you have when people ask for an opinion, are asked or to give an opinion, whether it's in the comments or you like call into the radio, it's always gonna be people on the extremes. People who really like hated it, people who really loved it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
The in-between people don't speak. And I feel like the in-between people is like the 70%.
Yeah.
You don't hear the voice, but you always hear the loudest ones are the ones that really wanted to say something.
Yeah. For example, if I go somewhere and I think I will, I've never been one to really write a review. I think mostly if it depends, unless like it was crazy and the person like kicked my dog or something small. Like I don't know what I would write. I would just not go back.
Yo, fuck this restaurant. 1 star, bro. The way that John kicked my dog, bro.
Yo, it's an extreme, you know, but I've never gotten a really bad experience.
And they asked me for 18% tip. How dare they?
Damn. Ils met automatiquement 18%. Like, oh.
Bro, you kicked my dog, bro. You can't put 18%.
In this economy, 50.
I don't see the button, other options.
Exactly.
Manual input. You know what? I'll pay cash. I'll be right back. You gotta give me the exact
You never
change.
come back. Yeah. So overall, it was Iberostar. It was really nice, honestly. Again, the first time at a resort, it was just overall.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see, like, I don't know, it was just so different. Everything's very, very different from Canada.
But it was fun to hear like the perspectives of other hotels.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, you had a good.
Yeah. So
You
because
get to see it.
basically we were at Iberostar Beach, resort, but there were two other resorts that shared the same like one
Coastline.
beach. Yeah, the coastline. Yeah. So we kind of snuck in undercover into the
During the day.
We
First
didn't really
couple of
sneak
days.
in. We just walked in.
We walked a lot.
Yeah.
But it was nice to see like the different, because it's different vibes in each hotel,
Very
which is
different,
really, I liked it a lot. We were able to see like what other hotels looked like, their own like scenery, what they were trying to do. It was really nice, really nice.
Because it makes sense. Because if there are three hotels in the same coastline, they have to have their own appeal, right? Our
100%.
hotel, I would say, it seems very like Mediterranean.
It's
But
very
kind of,
bougie.
it
Out
seemed
of all
like
the three we saw, the
for sure.
bougiest.
I would say the bougiest for sure. I would say like if I was looking to get like very white, as if I'm in the Mediterranean Sea or like
I'm in Greece or
Greece.
something.
Yeah, in Greece, I feel like that's the vibe that our hotel was going for.
White,
Very
blue,
white, very
light
neat,
blue,
clean,
you know. But imagine the sea.
Yeah,
like
it did. It was very
the
blue,
water.
yeah. Very nice.
Yo, Azul was very Azul.
Very, very, very the azulest.
The Azulest of them all.
But
and we
then,
also went to, there was Playa Pisquera close to it, which had its own like old school, like I would say like
more classic.
yeah, like original classic vibes, kind of like Havana.
You can tell it was their longest, I would say, maybe of the two.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it seemed a bit older, but like in more of a homely way, like what I would expect.
In a charming way.
Yeah,
not like old dilapidated.
No. But like if I'm thinking of a resort, an image of a resort, that was the one I had. It was a Playa Pesquera for sure.
But Costa Verde for me was the most visually appealing.
Yeah, Costa Verde basically c'est comme
the last one.
La Côte Verte, genre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it made sense because there
it was
so
very
much
green.
There was a lot of plants, and it was like layout was amazing. Just walking around like in between like buildings and like locations, just the amount of like foliage.
Yeah,
it was honestly breathtaking. And with the sun,
pictures I think
was sick. Yeah, we'll post a bunch of pictures.
Throughout. But it was like very, very pretty, very green. And even it was interesting seeing the setup of each. Again, we just went in just to check, because I think your brother was saying that we're gonna get kicked out, and I was like, we're not, because I think it's like each resort has their own like little bracelets, so that way the guests don't mingle and mix into the other one, right? Because since it's an all inclusive, not you can get like free drinks, at your hotel.
Exactly. You didn't pay for that hotel, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I think just to avoid people ordering and mixing at other places, they give you a bracelet. So I think your brother was like, "You're gonna get kicked out." We're like, "But we're not trying to do anything sus. We're just walking just to see."
We were able to get into Playa Pesquera twice.
Yeah, and
Costa Verde, they were like, "Hola, señor."
We went in though for
no
the
mas.
first time. Yeah.
No mas.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could tell. They're like, "You're not from our hotel." We're like, "Yeah," but we didn't fight
because we snuck. I mean,
we didn't sneak in. We just walked in, and I think we happened to walk in front of other workers one time.
I guess we passed off as casuals. Yes.
Mais c'est ça, comme je dis, that second time, had we gone off to like the right entrance, we would have just gone in. Come again, we weren't even trying that hard to like get in. We just walked. And the second time, but again, we had already seen it, so it wasn't that deep for us, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, they're very different, and even like you could say like our hotel. The interesting thing is that you could tell that they built the common area, and that the hotels were built around it. So everyone was like at the same distance towards the middle where the cafeteria food area is. And les autres, c'était comme plus a lot of action in the middle. And then all the other rooms were like jumbled up in the corner. So people would have to walk. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I feel like we had the best one because we were at the same distance to the best beach.
Yeah.
We were in front of the OK beach because like it had like one beach and then the one which shared with the other hotels, which was like the better beach, I would say. And we were closest to the lobby, like same distance to the lobby, the main pool.
Yeah, exactly. So it was, I guess, it catered to the people. Yeah.
Shout out to the chicken and the
very
fritas.
Fried chicken, amazing.
that last night, it knocked me out.
No, yeah.
We just had the fried chicken. We're like, wait,
That was good.
Fried chicken. Yes.
No, it was very good. The
Mas.
seasoning was really good. Honestly, overall, I really liked it. I have no issues with it, to be honest. Like, and it was interesting to see how, because I always wondered how they're able to, like they make so much food, but they don't want to waste any, right? So you could tell how they were reusing ingredients from like 2 day for like the night before, and then making soup out of it, for example. So there was like a lot of chicken, and then there was like the carcass, the like of the chicken left. Not the next day, you see they make soup.
And they would
Yeah.
reuse like they were like how can I say this? Like same ingredients across different like meals.
Yeah, so they say they have extra
Clearly,
salmon.
there's not a
They'll
lot
add
of
rice with salmon.
yeah,
or
they'll add
something.
it in the
Yeah.
like in the mixed soup. Like if nobody ate, like let's say because they would have like cooking stations.
Oui, c'est vrai. Yeah.
Like not everybody like took all the pork.
Yeah.
So they'll just cook it and then they'll create like a stew tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
The stews.
Or they
The
say they have
soups.
potatoes. Let's say they have these potatoes with potatoes. Yeah,
That was
I mean,
slapping.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty common for other places, but in general, I had never seen one
100%.
resort, so
But
it was my first time seeing it. So
Like, it
that's
was-
pretty cool. Yeah,
I feel
It
like
was
it was
good.
more noticeable.
yeah. And then there was, again, we had people like we had like a lady we had met. Because I think there's some people we had seen when we first arrived, like on the same plane as us, and then
Yeah.
we didn't see them at all, and we saw them on the way home, like
Exactly.
sitting in the same plane.
It was good.
And the lady was she was saying how she like hated absolutely she hated everything the first couple of days, and then she switched like the like Korai level, so like the more exclusive rooms.
That was
yeah.
the singles. Remember we were
the singles room on the sides. Yeah,
we thought it was a swingers.
you thought it was that. I think your brother thought that too.
Yeah, because you said it was just singles, no kids, and they're just having singles over there and it's super secluded. So, I was like, damn,
no kids.
this is
So-
people going crazy.
But the lady said like she really sounded like she hated. She was like saying the rooms were horrible. I honestly thought the rooms were really nice.
Yeah,
They were so nice. It was very lit. There was like nice air conditioning. Even maybe next fan like on the I mean, it was very cool. Like if you wanted to be cold, your room would have been really really cold. And
Honestly, I
then
feel
they even
like
had Cartoon Network on the TV
in
That's why-
Spanish and in English.
Yeah, so I was watching. We were watching American Dad. At one
Yeah,
point.
we did. It was like fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They had sports.
Yeah, some of
Yo,
the
did
sports.
you want to go take a nap after 4 p.m. after you spend the whole day on the beach?
Yeah.
Put some soccer in Spanish.
Exactly.
It was very soothing.
Even like Discovery.
It was perfect. You could close your eyes. You don't understand anything, but when the goal comes, go.
For like 3 minutes.
It's exactly. You have time to wake up.
Exactly. No, it was nice. Like, yeah, just like walking around, going to spaces. So again, to each their own. Maybe like Madame, she had like, because I think maybe the people that had a bit more complaints, or like people that have been other places. So maybe in contrast, or like, oh, I've had this at this place, so now But if us, we've never had any other experience.
It's possible. Honestly, when I went to Cuba 11 years ago,
11 years ago.
the food was in the same, like similar theme, like
Scale, yeah.
in the sense of like you're not gonna be having like the wildest meals. Like it's not.
You're not gonna Wagyu
You have-
beef
you-
steak every day.
I'm not saying you have to kind of reduce your expectations, but you gotta understand where you're going. You're not going to like
Mhm.
the most exclusive like 5-star buffet. Like
No,
you
it's
gotta
not.
know the location is not like it's not like Canada.
Yeah,
You have to
or-
kind
yeah.
of reduce your expectation in a sense.
Or just what they, for example, like they had like a lot of mustard, for example, but no like in mayonnaise and everything else, but they have no ketchup, right? So I'm assuming maybe where we're at, ketchup is just something that's a bit more expensive to get, or just again I didn't Google it, but j'imagine tu comprends, comme
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming there's some things that we just don't really find in that area. It's not really that local compared to
Exactly.
that we're used to, right? So je sais pas, je suis allé, il n'y a pas de craft beurre d'arachide, c'est comme,
Exactly.
I don't think they have as much, or maybe.
Because people sometimes, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, maybe your expectation going into this is like, yo, I'm gonna be treated like a king and a queen
Mm-hmm.
in a country that, without lack of a better word, is like poor,
Mm-hmm.
and being treated like kings and queens is like,
Yeah, or I guess,
relax, bro.
yeah.
Like,
But like you said, our level from
be real.
what we know from being in Canada, which is like c'est un pays assez riche.
Yeah.
So like our standards are like very different from if you go to like un pays qui est un peu plus pauvre, tu comprends? But again, I still think everything was very, very, very neat, very clean, like, everything was amazing there. So, que tu dis, ça dépend des gens. Là, so I was good with it, to be honest. Like, yeah. And even the fun thing, I think I took a couple pictures. Every day, there will be like la madame qui venait, she would like, still up the room. Even I would say we kept our room pretty clean, to be honest.
Yeah.
We left we didn't leave everything just laying around. We kind of ordered it for it'll be easier for it to do. But every day, and I think I heard it was pretty common by Stockholm, they kind of made I don't know,
Animals.
like a swan, animals out of the
Towel
towels,
animals.
or like a
Is that a
heart,
thing?
or like 2 swans. There was one, I used to come a crab. It was really cool. I was like, damn, you guys are that's actually really dope.
I love it. It was very.
Then you put little flowers on it, and every time you just destroyed it. You didn't take a picture. This shit
Well, bro, I came here to take a shower. Like, am I
Whack.
not supposed to use this towel?
No,
Do you want, what do you want me to How do you want me to dry?
whack.
Like, did you want me to just stand like this?
Ouais, mais tu
Arms wide on the balcony, going to sun.
côté,
Like, I need the towel. If she made it with something else, I would have left it be.
I'll take a picture.
But she used the towel, and I needed to take a shower that morning.
But even our room was really nice. I think the bed was really. I mean, we had it was funny because we just had one bed, but I know your parents and your in-laws' parents, they had for some reason 2 beds in the same room. Which I don't know. So most par hasard, maybe what was available.
Yeah, we have the 2 beds.
Yeah.
Sofa bed as well. Never sat on it once.
Yeah, but we found out in the end because we were looking to see if we forgot things, even though we never sat on the sofa. Just you have to check everything under the bed.
Exactly. Even if I didn't use it, I want to double check. Maybe I was too drunk and I put something in that drawer.
Yeah. Yeah, and we didn't even drink that. I would say honestly, I didn't drink as much as I thought I was. And I think the more I grow, the more I age, the more I realize I'm just not much of a drinker, to be honest.
I just remember the one story. Now I know why I checked everywhere. Because the first time I went to Cuba 11 years ago, I went to Varadero with my friend, Elric. Shout out. We went there, and that was a time where you had to pay $25 or 25 pesos before you left Cuba.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So instead of what now when we do you fill out the little paper, back then to leave the country, you had to pay a fee to leave. So what we did when we arrived there, we were like, yo, we're going to put these $50 very safe so nobody comes and steals. Obviously nobody's going to steal, but just in case, hide it. We didn't have it safe, so we're like, yo, we got to have the passport somewhere,
Okay. Right.
But when we did that, we were 7 rum and coke in, 7 cervezas at 2 p.m. Okay, we just spent the whole day at this beach. We ate maybe 1 burger. So we're super lit. So I'm I found the perfect hiding spot. And then the days come by. I'm like, yo, wait, where did I put the $50? And you start searching. You're like, bruh, we don't have it. And worst part is the rest of the money we had, which wasn't much because we were 18. So I was working in McDonald's, so I had brought maybe $75 with me.
And again, I don't think you were working full time. So you were balling
I was
as
still
much.
in high school, college. I was working maybe 12 hours a week.
So you're not balling.
What was the minimum wage then? $6, $7? I have no idea.
You weren't balling.
No, definitely not. You know what I mean? And so we spend the rest of the money buying cigars and stuff like that. We went out to eat at restaurants around. So we're like, yo, I don't know where the $50 is. And on the last day, I remember after that, we met some people and we're like, yo, can you lend me some money? I'll
send you a transfer.
Yeah, I'll just help me out. So they gave us money, but there's one day right before we left, we were just chilling in the room. I was smoking a cigarette back then, and I was looking at the mirror that was just in front of me. And for some reason, I just got this
epiphany.
In the movies, they do a single frame and it just shows something. You're like, whoa. Why did I get this random flashback? I woke up.
Okay.
I get up from my bed. J'éteins la cigarette. Je mets mon cup on the dresser. I walk up slowly. My friend's like, yo, qu'est-ce que tu fais? I go, there's a small slit between the mirror and the wall. That's where I put the $50.
Damn. I mean, you're right.
But nobody would have found it.
No one would have found it. Even
Je
you.
pense qu'ils m'ont allé pousser derrière le miroir. Hell no, that shit was dirty. And I was like, bro, the sign of relief we had, we were like, yo, let's go.
Wow.
It was deep because we were so out of money. There was cigarettes that were 25 cents. And they were the most disgusting things you could ever smoke. And on était rendu à fumer ça, tout le monde n'avait pas de cup. When we found the $50, we were like, yo, bro, ça va s'acheter des bonnes cigarettes. We were super happy. We were like, we can go back home.
Security, you were good with money. Yeah, good times.
So that's why I had to, search for everything. It's you never know. Maybe I did something when I was super drunk.
But your knowledge of when you went 11 years ago was so outdated. Because when we arrived, I was telling myself, oh, I have to like call my mom, message her, because naturally my phone's on airplane mode. I mean, je vais pas charger comme $100 la journée. And then I was telling him, I was like, oh, and I was telling you, I was like, okay, I have to head up my mom. I haven't called her yet. That I arrived. Et t'as pas de Wi-Fi ici. Je suis comme, non, t'es comme, moi, mais le pays, comme, c'est un peu plus dur pour elle. I was like, even in 2020, 2023.
Yeah,
like,
you don't have like, your data doesn't go with it. I mean, you could do like roaming.
No, c'est sûr, but I was like, there's no Wi-Fi connection anywhere. Puis t'es comme, non. And then I was like, for the first 2 days, I was like, how do I call my mom? Do I pay comme $45 à Fido à chaque 2 jours, genre? And then eventually, I think your mom that was telling us, oh, we'll give you the Wi-Fi password.
Yeah, you had to go ask.
Wait a minute, why am I listening to you when you went to Cuba 11 years ago? People barely had iPhones.
Yeah, bro, I didn't even have.
It made sense.
I had like an old school BlackBerry. Remember those LGs where it's like, I'm broke, but I want to seem like I have a BlackBerry. I work at McDonald's, but I want to have a BlackBerry.
Yeah, but it was even more fun. I had a BlackBerry. I had a ligne.
You could take like five by 5 resolution pictures.
Exactly, and I would pretend like I was doing something, but I had no line in my phone.
I like the sound of the keyboard.
Exactly. You know what I would do my BlackBerry? Don't you remember when I first got it? I mean, it was a good old one for my sister. I would just watch Korean dramas on it at night. Yeah. But there was no iPad to get on.
Look, I missed the BlackBerry. I like the feel.
I don't like that. It was my fingers. How your fat ass fingers? How did you text on that?
Yeah, it worked perfectly well. It worked perfectly well. No mistakes. Punctuation was on point.
Nah.
Double space to add
that shows their age difference because maybe I just didn't have a proper phone when I should have had the phone. J'ai plus une ligne en cégep,
perhaps.
Also, who the hell was I calling? I saw the same people every day. That's cool. That's for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So again, your outdated view on 11 years ago. I don't even think people paid for data 11 years. I mean, if people did, they're comme super riche là. But I don't think it was. Or you had like 1 gig.
C'était comme. T'avais 2 mégabytes par mois.
C'était comme, non, c'est que la moyenne, c'est comme 50.
I can only send 2 emails per month.
After 6.
300 characters maximum.
Exactly. So we were thinking for this episode, we would do like
honest review.
Yeah.
Honest review.
Honest review, and we'll scale everything up to like 1 to 5 stars. And then we'll compile the points.
Okay.
Yes. So first one for the playa, the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So how do you? I give
easily.
It a 5.
Because we had one small beach was just for us.
Yeah.
Then we had like the beach where everybody could go, and it was good to like walk it. Mm-hmm. It was like a long distance.
Yeah, it was nice because the fun thing also that was fun is like the resorts had like this little van. So if you wanted to, you could call them up and then they would carry you to the van would come up and they would carry you to the eating hall. Which again, it wasn't that far, But even same thing goes to the beach. But à chaque fois qu'on passait, and then would be like, "You want to ride?" And we were like, "Nah, we'll walk."
Quiero caminar.
Yeah.
Gracias, señor.
Because we were close enough, and I like just walking. I don't know, c'était comme même pas 10 minutes là.
I feel like it's quicker to walk because it would do like the whole loop.
Yeah, and then waiting for it to come, you would be at your hotel. And our hotel room happened to be really close to the beach, like the first building close to the beach. Mm-hmm. So you could see it basically from where we were at the beach.
It was still funny that the first night when we came, because we arrived at like midnight one.
Yeah,
we were like, let's walk to the beach. We're walking like these streets we've never known in the dark. One leads to like. It looked like a forest, and this random, like not random, this like obviously security guard at the door, and he's just like, "Can you stream?" I'm like, "Do you think he knows how scary this is right now?"
And then I remember we
were like, "Let's walk that way."
When we told your brother the next day we walked, your brother was just like, "Why? Is this sounds everything? Why?"
And he brought us to the craziest restaurant of all
time.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, but in hindsight, so the first time when you walk somewhere at night you've never been to, you think every dark crevice is like
scary,
but now we know in the daytime, that it's a very secluded area. 100%. Like it's not even close to the city, so it's pas comme si if you kept walking further along, you would end up in the city. Comme vraiment, it was secluded from each other, from the other beaches. So yeah,
definitely better the second time.
Yeah, so now we know, we're like, it's not that scary. And the moon was like, we had a full moon like the whole time. Very, very pretty.
Great sight. So I give that even to the beach. Just like walking at night.
So but the nature
peaceful.
Then. Women's Day. On to nature.
Exactly. Happy belated Women's Day.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
What would you rate the food? Now we're talking about a caliente topic.
Yeah. And I've learned also, I think most people's reviews go along with the food. If the food is not to what they like, everything is horrible. Exactly. But which makes sense, right?
Yeah. I would say It was a 4.
I would say a 4 too, honestly. Out of 5, I would say a 4.
Because let's be honest, sometimes they were missing stuff. Like there's some days there were no bread, which is like not the end of the world when you think about it. But there was like vegetables were always fresh.
Yeah,
the fruits
fruit,
were good.
Yeah, they had really they had amazing watermelons, the ananas,
Papaya.
They always had apples and
Yo,
stuff.
shout out to the one day they made plantain. The yuca was amazing. They used that. I think they used plantains or the yuca to make the fritas.
Wow, yeah. And it was in the soup also, I think, the day after.
Oh, the stews was amazing.
Yeah, we had like a chickpea soup.
That was at the a la carte restaurant.
Yeah.
And they made like a cream out of the chickpeas.
Exactly.
And I think they put the papaya because of the color. Wow.
Because on top of...
We fucked it up real quick. We went up.
Yeah, and I didn't want to ask for a second time. I was like, it's fine.
We should have asked that.
Yeah, I think they would have given it to us.
They would have said yes. They would have been happy. They were like, yes.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Because on top of having the food at the dining hall, so the dining hall is very generous in terms of like... So basically, there was 3 times a day. Yeah, 2 times of meats. Exactly.
Chicken. And they had
always
lamb
there.
At some point.
Yeah, always. There was always something, a new type of meat.
Mutton.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah. Maybe I ate it and I didn't really notice. But like...
They had ribs.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. And then they had
and the classic sausage and hamburgers and other cold cuts. But the cold cuts were, if you a real connoisseur of cold cuts, besides the ham. Meh.
I didn't eat much of the cold cuts. Yeah. I'm not a cold cuts person. But I mean, like, so other than, the dining hall, the way it works, it will be like 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. to 10:30, breakfast. And then de 1h à 3h dîner, and then de 6h30 à 9h30, c'était souper. Yeah. So you have a really wide range. And even between that, if you miss all of those, there was always an area where you can get like some burgers. You know, because it will be hard chicken. For you to be starving if you wanted to.
100%. You can get food at any time.
Comme you can start manger beaucoup au dîner. Honestly, if we ate a lot in breakfast, I wouldn't really be that hungry for lunchtime. I would eat au souper.
Exactly.
And on top of that, on top of the dining hall like food, tu vois des repas comme à la carte. So that would be like more they're like custom restaurants.
They had a fusion restaurant. a Japanese restaurant that wasn't really Japanese.
But it was called sake.
It was called sake, and they had Japanese writing on the walls. Yeah. But in terms of the food...
It had like a Chinese,
which had fried rice.
Dragon. I was like, fair enough.
And we had fried rice.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Again, not saying fried... I think there's fried rice in Japanese food.
But I feel like it's more associated to...
Yeah, I feel like the meal itself felt more Chinese from what I know of Chinese food that we buy.
Exactly. Put in the comments. First thing you think about when you hear fried rice is it China?
I think more Chinese
or Japanese.
More Chinese, a bit more Chinese. But again, it was fun. You could tell like each restaurant à la carte had their own theme. Like c'est comme méditerranéen, c'était comme japonais, and the last one was
Cuban,
I think. Yeah, I think it was Cuban. Yeah, they were all good. Yeah, you could really tell that they tried, having like a certain thematic, just judge it up a bit, and then but you said there was a steakhouse too. Is it usually open or is fermé par hasard?
I'm not sure if it's like for the corral, but I was telling my dad, we were talking about it, how maybe they just didn't have like
the meat,
like steaks. You can't serve like technically a pork chop at a steakhouse,
You can, no? Can you see that steak? Would you know?
I mean, I don't think it's a steakhouse.
Would you know?
No, I'm saying.
Would you know?
Well, yeah, a cutlet looks like a cutlet and a steak looks like a steak.
There was a day when they were cooking the meat, I was so sure it was a steak. But wait, is this like a pork cutlet?
It could be pork.
It is the same to me.
It could be beef.
I had the
eggs in for breakfast.
Yeah, the eggs. I would say I did like the options in the breakfast because I like eggs. There was an omelet station. But at one point, I think the only thing is that I'm used to eating like certain foods just in my everyday. For example, I really like oatmeal. So oatmeal, or I like eating peanut butter here and there. So yeah, pas ça. Again, nothing on their fault, mais juste en général, comme, I think I was getting like homesick or like things I was used to eating. So I would eat oatmeal like 5 days a week. Yeah. So I'm like, this year, I want oatmeal. But again, c'est rien contre eux.
I was eating, I usually always eat breakfast.
Yeah.
Eggs at breakfast.
Exactly.
So
you were eating the same every day.
My dad
you had like your little salad. Yeah, your chickpeas.
Exactly. They had a bunch of cabbage, shredded carrots, shredded papaya. I was like, yes.
Yeah, every day you were eating as
and chickpeas on top. a little olive oil, salt, pepper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but you will see my plate, huh? I will put. I think this
And
is
then all
these
the meats.
vegetables. I
All
would
the
eat.
meats.
Once they come, once they had like lasagna and pasta, I had like all the pastas together. I mix it.
I mean, the lasagna is very generous.
But and then I
To call
pass
it
out.
lasagna. But, yeah.
But I would eat so much that I would because your sauce to come.
I'm confused.
The thing is like I barely drank, and you would think I was a drunk one. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, des gens que je suis comme ça, t'es comme, are you okay? Je suis comme,
You're drunk.
I'm high on life.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
I'm high on life, you know.
Shout out to the drinks too. Chocolate frio.
Yes.
Every
yeah,
day.
they had like a place where they did like custom
Cafes.
drinks. Yeah,
Like
cafe.
milk, coffee, like
Yeah,
a
it
little
was good.
cafe.
Yeah.
And it was nice. Like there was like
Yeah.
it was like inside. It was like kind of secluded. Had a couple of tables, and there was like no roof. So like you had the sun. The
It was
sun was
nice.
beaming down.
It was a very nice place. Like, but the only thing like that, I don't know. I think that goes into a next review. So again, food we give it a 4.
Yeah.
The beach we give it 5. A next review we can review the guests. Okay.
The guest.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. The guest. I mean,
Yes. No, but we can put back resort at the end.
but I mean, it kind of like crew and guest is kind of for the resort.
You know, no, I think I put
We
guests
say-
separately
We
because
say
some people.
resorts. Like that was overall.
Okay. The good. I said the guests because again we're saying like you're able to get because for example if you're in a dining hall you're not really taking the plates out because then tu manges là tu restes là, tu sais. Some people they will. I saw a woman. She took one of the big ass bowls where they had like bread in there. She just carried it to the beach. I said, I don't think you're supposed to carry it.
That's why there was no bread at times. This motherfucker was smuggling it like it was.
Like it's country fit.
Motherfucker was exactly just like yo, there's no bread in the hall, man. I got bread for two loonies.
And also one thing I was annoying people. Again, you know, if I'm drinking a cup, I'm sitting down in this place. I can walk around, but I'm not walking around to the other side of the. I don't know, man.
Yeah, people were leaving cups around. So
Like-
anyways, to give my
Yeah.
I was saying 3, and I don't want. I'm just gonna say 3.
I guess.
Guess.
Yeah.
Guess 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 2 out of 5.
Yeah.
Because like, some people are kind of you can
Leaving
tell like
cups around.
welcome n'importe
Sur les
où,
lampadaires, like randomly in the dark. They'll
comme
just
sur
put
le
a cup.
gazon, and I'm just like, well, that makes or even
Bro, you can just bring it back
the
to your room to
weirdest
clean it.
shit that people did. And yeah, that's white people, man.
Oh, bro.
You have des chats and
Shout out
dogs.
to Coco. Coco was his name.
Coco the cat.
El
The
gato.
thing is that, so I know c'est commun d'avoir des animaux comme errants, you know? And again, just because, honnêtement, if it's on my cat, even if I'm in Canada, I'm not touching people's cats, okay?
If it's just a wandering animal,
I'm not touching the squirrels, you know?
Exactly. But
You know?
if it's on a leash where I see the owner,
Sure. Mais les gens, ils flattaient les chats, and I'm
They'll
like,
take
you
him
guys
on.
are gonna get
they
that.
like take him on them.
Ils flattaient, holding him, and I was like, dude, tu sais pas où le chat est, c'est un chat errant. Like, even in Canada, I would not do
It
that.
could easily be a domesticated cat, but I'm just saying.
No, mais en général, don't touch the
People were
animals.
like, "Yo, did you get bitten by
The cat?
mosquitoes?" It's like, "No, I mean, you're touching the cat, bro.
No, but you know what? I got bit by a cat. Of
You're like
course.
you're like
So
rolling
touching-
in the grass with the cat, bro."
Ouais, mais t'as vu comme à un moment donné, I saw people in a corner, and I thought they had a bottle of water, and I was sure someone that kind of knocked out from like heat exhaustion. Parce que you donnes de l'eau au chat. Again, not saying don't give water to the cat, mais quand il flattait le chat, de coucher à terre, je suis comme, bro, qu'est-ce que tu fais? C'est touching the cat. You know, the cat, you don't know what the cat has been eating. Come, I don't know.
And my only other complaint, but this is kind of on us, but I'm still gonna make that complaint. Is obviously we went to a family resort because
Yeah,
I had like
yes.
a bunch of family there. My brothers, they're my nieces, my nephews, you know, my parents. So it's like it's a
Very,
family
very, very
resort.
family, yes.
Young kids, you know. God damn, bro. Nobody was staying past 10. Like the first 3 days, we're like walking around. It's like, yo, guys,
We're aimlessly
Where is the
wandering.
fiesta?
Like,
we're trying to get drunk with somebody.
but again, a lot of it goes on us because we went to a very, very family
Like,
resort.
yo, guys, you sleeping at 10:30?
Yo, je te jure, à 10 heures,
Personne veut
c'était calme.
Nobody else wants to break
At
their
one point, I was
sleeping cycle? Like
At
just a
one
little
point, I was
bit?
like, is this purgatory?
Christ.
But to be fair, all the kids wake up at like 7 a.m. You know, if the dining hall opened at 7:30, yeah, plein de gens. So the kids were waking up at 6. So it makes sense people were passed out by 10, 11. But again, so for us, as more of a couple, it wasn't the best place for us because I'm thinking, it's hard because we wanted looking for people to party. People were there were either parent age or 17. And on there, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I really saw any. Oh, no, we saw one dude. That was your age.
No, we saw a couple
Yo.
people our age.
Yeah, I remember together. Again, people
I
are
love you, bro. I don't remember your name, but just want you to know that I love you, man. I want no problems with you.
because at one point we met.
But he had crazy eyes.
At one point, night 4, we met. Comme par hasard, that's the night we had gone out to the city. Again, we was like super safe.
Rafael
Like,
Fria.
yeah.
Shout out. I don't remember the name of the bar.
Yeah, but it was good. Yeah,
You
it was
know,
fun.
That's why I trust the guy on the beach that told me that.
Mm-hmm.
Holguin is the most humblest city because they took us in, best customer service. They didn't rob us, obviously, and they didn't like oversell us. I feel like they gave us the exact price like a Cuban would pay, but in Canadian dollars.
And it was even more dope because again, we just don't know the area, right? So we're not gonna go around n'importe où parce qu'on ne connaît pas la région. But it was fun having like we had his brother had asked the hotel staff for a location. So the hotel staff, like, they called someone and they even communicated amongst themselves to each other. They call us
a cab, you know.
And even when we got to the bar, the cab driver talked to the worker and be like, "Oh, come, tell them to call me when they're ready to go." Come. So there was a lot of. So that's what we felt like. Again, on connaît pas la région.
Sketch, not gonna lie. Pulling up.
Non, mais tu sais, beaucoup de pas vu de lumière dans la rue. Tu sais, c'est comme je dis, I feel like I've never been to Haiti, but I feel like that's how my sister described it. Genre,
am I gonna have to fight for my life?
And we did agree. If something happened, I run and Victor fights.
Yes, we did. I did say that.
Yeah, we did agree on that. So,
I said, but you gotta run fast. Because I'm gonna start running after too.
But after you give me your social insurance number, naturally, and your credit card number, and then we can do whatever. It's a confidential. You lost.
All right, anyways, so
we met people from So day 4, again, that night we had come back from the bar. Again, I think this is the most sign of life you've seen at nighttime. On marchait, on s'est dit prendre une boisson, and we're sitting down. And then, honestly, at the resort, il y avait beaucoup Québécois. So you heard French Québécois comme the whole time. We were sitting down. Il y avait du gars, monsieur, je pense, à nous. How do you notice that on parlait?
Because I was smoking a cigar.
Oh, ouais.
And he was asking like where he bought it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yo, there's a store right there. Mm-hmm. And then
we're like, what?
He was like, bro, I didn't know there's even a store. So we went there. I was like, yo, if you want, we can split this cigar. Because it's long to smoke a cigar. So I was like, we can just, if you want to try it. And I said it just over a cigar that we started talking. Mm-hmm. Le gars était de Québec. Pas loin de Lévis. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but c'est
Shout out.
Lévis. Yeah.
And
there were teachers too, I think.
Yeah.
So again, all of the people that we talked to that day, again, they were all like parents still, Yeah. So like I think all the guys younger, yeah. So the kids were maybe like 5 or 6.
Young parents.
Yeah. And then I think 2 of them, and then 2 of them were teachers or they were working construction.
And then some other people joined. And then I went to the bar and there was more people at the bar. I was like, yo, tu parles français. Come over here, bro.
Quebec.
Come over here. Let's go. Turn up. And one of them was...
Yeah. The 29-year-old.
El Fuego.
Because that dude was like so interesting because the thing is that I'm talking to this dude and it turns out it was like he was a cousin of this other lady. And again, they all kind of came on a family trip. But that dude, he came with his cousins. Mm-hmm. And then he came with a girl. And again, not girlfriend. He specified, he's like, not my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But they met in December. So he basically from what he told me, he met this girl. It's been a couple, not even 3 months. I guess 3 months at most. Mm-hmm. Not girlfriend, but he invited to this trip, which I don't know what I would do. I feel like if I had just met you and invited me to a family trip, I don't think I would be comfortable going.
No.
Je te connaissais depuis 2 mois, genre.
No.
I don't know you like that. But again, so clearly he was wrong because what happened?
Unless there's only one denominator that would change that.
Mm-hmm. What?
That opinion.
What?
If the pussy fire, maybe you should bring her on vacation.
Yeah, children listening to this.
Maybe you should bring her on vacation. You know what I mean?
Children listening to this
if it's really
podcast.
fire.
My niece is listening to this, bro.
Maybe you don't want to be jerking off for a week.
Your children. We're gonna get
the Wi-Fi wasn't even that good. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able to load one pornographic video.
Anyways, on that, what happened to the girl he brought? So basically, in Nepal, he says that I don't know how he got into this conversation, but basically, the girl he was with that he met in December, at one point he dansait, and again, just seeing his face, I could tell that maybe he was dancing a bit harder than he admits, with other people. Mm-hmm. But I snap, 100%. And then she roundhouse kicked him off of his chair, and then she spat in his face, and then she ran to the resort room, and then she threw all of his luggage above the balcony. And then Victor, you were calling it cap, that story.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know why I believe it? Because the way they were speaking and they kept repeating it, and the girl was like, yo, she messed up my cousin. I was like, you know what? I believe it. I really believe it. It seems too crazy to not be real.
Listen, it could be real. What I'm saying is, we're missing. We're
I didn't
missing
ask
a
for
lot.
details,
We're missing a lot of information.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of information they would not want to share.
But actually, I feel like they were oversharing because even the day after we saw them again, like the day after, so you see the same guys, the same people, and then I see a girl, and then they said she was like 25, and I was like, is that her? But I didn't ask anything. And after the second she left, she was like, yeah, that was her. And I was like, okay. I was like, are you guys friends now? He's like, we're cultural. But she spat in my cousin's face. So we can't go back from that. And I was like, interesting. And some people, you see, even they joke a bit bizarre at one point. I was like, yo, this is.
So that's why I'm just being generous and saying 3 out of 5.
I say 3 for the
I wanted
vibe
to say
because
2.
they
You
were
know what? I'm
entertaining.
gonna say what I honestly wanted to say. 2.5.
I say 3 because they entertained us that evening. I mean,
That's
joke,
not counting my family.
Yeah, but there was some, you know, I may think like South Park can be, you know, some Family Guy humor is kind of funny, but there's a limit of like what's crude humor, and some of them was a bit before.
That was the type of humor where it's like, I don't have the confidence to say this when I'm sober, but now I've had 17 drinks in me. And I feel like you would laugh at these crazy thoughts I usually keep to myself.
Yeah, but you didn't joke, and I was like, And I was like, I'm not laughing. I'm not encouraging this. Honnêtement.
So you should never.
I was just like, yeah. Or I mean, yeah. We're not gonna say the jokes. So it was very bad. I mean, no. One point, one guy he was like, "You're a shade, maybe a bit more pasty around the seat with a full tan," and he was saying like, you know, quand je bronze comme ça, c'est la police. Maintenant c'est la police. Maintenant c'est moi que la police vient d'arrêter. J'étais comme, okay.
I mean, think about it. Maybe it's true.
Maybe it's a bald ass hat.
You know when the car is passing by kind of quickly, like, oh, ça va de l'air bronzé par là-bas.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop. And they open the door. Ah, vous êtes correct.
Yeah,
That's when they do.
Yeah.
Tu m'as ton permis, là. Tabarnak. Si c'est un blanc, il revient juste de Cuba, là, calice. Donne son permis, là, tabarnak. Et voilà, bonne soirée, calice.
And then one dude had like some crazy eyes.
Yeah, that's you know, sometimes, but he was chill. He was honestly chill. But sometimes, you know, there's people that like, they talk a little bit too close to you. And they don't blink enough. And you're like, bro, it's just, I'm just gonna be nice to you, man. I love you.
He didn't blink.
I don't remember him blinking. No, but when we talked about it, he's genuinely a nice dude. But it's just, you know, sometimes.
Yeah, but again, in the daytime, je l'ai pas. Yeah, like.
Mais non, moi je lui parlais.
Non, mais honnêtement, je l'ai croisé, but I didn't force myself. Again, we saw them like twice, you know. Mais le reste de la journée, comme okay. Again, they had their kids. They were doing their own excursions. Ils partaient, ils faisaient leur affaire.
Shout out to the German dude who had himself a mamacita.
Yeah.
Straight from Cuba.
I think they were a long distance couple, no? Because he said like they were like together 11 years, but he goes back and forth, she goes back and forth. They look chill. Yeah. They were chill.
What would you rate the crew?
I think I rate the people 3. The crew, I rate everyone like a 5. The crew
100%.
working.
Super
Les
nice.
gens, they were super sweet. You can really tell they work hard because like again, I felt like we were very neat. But I felt some people they were just. Ils mettent les verres n'importe où. Ils testent traîner. C'est dégueulasse.
They'll just leave like, let's say the cafe is like 15 steps away from your table. Yeah. And they would just leave their shit there.
Or they would call a person, can I have this? Comme tu dis, you're right there.
Ça, le bar est juste là, bro. Get
out. Mais c'est ça, right? Or like, ils would laisser des cigarettes, the cigarette butts like anywhere and everywhere, even though they have the containers for that. Yeah. Or just like the way they order was a bit entitled. Oh, je veux ça, genre. Just give me this. Which I'm okay, I guess.
There was like, no offense to the French people, but like, les Québécois, they're like, they would say like, they would like order in French. It's like, and the people would be like, yo, I don't understand French.
Ouais, c'est ça. C'est comme, like, déjà comme,
it's like, bro, first of all, do you know what language they speak here?
So we tried. So even after the 7 days, I was able to say a whole.
How would you order a chocolate frio?
So I said
the sauce. Let them know.
So I would say, hola, puedo tener uno chocolate frio, por favor.
Exactly. Nice
Thank
job.
you.
Nice
I
job.
try my best.
Exactly.
But there's something because usually it's not my main language, so I feel a bit nervous. But I really tried. At one day, I was ordering. I said the whole sentence really well. He's like, no, we don't have that. And I was like,
what do I say now?
And I crumbled.
Back to English.
I was like, I don't know how to respond to the response.
But what happened to me too, like sometimes you would say something, they would respond, you're like, oh, whoa, I can't understand 4 words. Let me think what you try to say. Okay, yes.
You my translator.
Yeah.
But non, mais ça, je dis comme...
I remember I learned how to say egg. Huevo.
Egg?
Huevo.
Huevo, oh. Which
A spoon was cuchara.
I know how to say...
And I know chocolate frito.
Donde la playa.
Donde azul.
Exactly. I know if you have a new diss track, This in the Beach, coming out soon.
Exactly. Let's make a vibe.
Exactly.
March edition. Donde la playa.
Exactly.
Donde azul.
Right now.
More information
out in theaters
is going
right
to be
now.
coming out.
Thank you very much. Je dis des gens comme super chill, really, really hardworking, to be honest. Comme, là, je dis comme...
Humble.
Tu traites des gens comme tu veux te traiter.
Holguin is very
honnêtement.
humble. And that's true. They were right.
You know, so... Well, no complaints at all, to be honest. And even in the US was fun because since we were in Iberostar, they had like a kids thing, or like they were called the Star
Camp.
The Star Camp. So it was kind of like these entertainers along with them.
They're really good entertainers.
Yeah, honestly, they really like pumped up the audience. They had the different outfits.
Crazy. Would you imagine being an entertainer the whole day?
It sounds exhausting, honestly. Up la chaleur. I mean, la chaleur aussi.
Like, obviously, it's not the whole day, but let's say from like 10, they would be like at the pool area. Then go to like the kids camp. Then they go to like the theater. And then they have like another event.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Comme, c'est beaucoup. Déjà, just already just entertaining kids in
no
general.
Naps. No naps in between.
No naps. You're exhausted. Yeah. And even like, c'était quoi?
They were given the dance.
Yeah,
lessons.
at one point they had like this little contest. You said it was sad, but like they were.
A lot of people were too drunk.
I think what they were doing. So they had a lot of people come to the stage or whatever on the side, and they had like 10 people. Puis il avait dit, okay, that's where he messed up because he asked each person, where are you from? It was like, Quebec. Next person, Quebec. And he asked. There was like 12 people in line.
And
I was like, dude,
Newfoundland or something.
He should have just said everyone's from Quebec, cool, because. À chaque personne, ça devient un peu long. He's like, shout for Quebec. Shout for Quebec. Yeah. And they just say Montreal to be extra. Montreal.
Exactly. Anyway, so basically they had to like chug a beer. They would have to like spin around and then like draw a circle with like, so you kind of be like bent over and you have your finger and draw like a circle around you as you turn around.
And then take a seat,
times,
I think. Yeah.
And then you run straight towards the seat. Obviously, you involve spinning and drinking.
Really
you
fast.
kind of lose your motion. It's not as solid as it should be.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of people, what happened is they would turn, and then they would face plant. There was like 3 old ladies.
It was sad.
It wasn't really fun because it's like, damn, they're trying their best.
They look like it hurt, though.
When she woke up and she had the full face, like she had like
that kind of hurt, though.
Almost like she went to the spa. And they put like the mask, the facial mask, but out of sand. Because she went face first into the sand.
Damn. Yeah. Look like it hurt. Even that one, because and the last before night that we had, they had like a big like little fiesta, so they had like a bubble machine.
Yeah.
So mind you, the bubble machine in hindsight is fun, right? It's fun. It's on the beach, on the sand.
But it fucks up with the sand. It gives you like sludge.
We
took off our shoes and we're like, is this poop?
No, because just imagine soapy and wet sand.
I got flashbacks. I was like, yo, ça c'est la plage d'Oka.
No, it's the... I got in and I was like, every step I was disgusted. Cause like, it was just like muddy sand. I was like, what is this? But again, je suis plein de personnes. C'est la plage. Je suis sûr. But
overall, what would you give the resort?
Overall experience out of 5? Other than the guests, I would say a 4.5. Yeah, a 4.5, honestly. I think it was really fun. The only reason I wouldn't go there again is because it was a family resort. And we were a bit out of place because, again, there's just so many families around. So, again, it doesn't really cater to, like people drinking or just, c'est tard la soirée. C'est vraiment ça, mais I would think everything was really, really great. Good hospitality, good. For my first experience, I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah. And then next time if you go to another resort, stop peeling your skin. Yeah, you tan. I tan a bit.
Yeah, you got different
Chocolate.
Yeah. You're chocolate caliente.
Exactly.
And you're chocolate frío. Or maybe no, you were chocolate frío.
Yeah.
Más leche. Now you were chocolate frío. No leche.
I went
from leche to Café and
Caramelo.
Caramelo, exactly. Mochiano caramelo.
Yeah, but you had like a sunburn. I mean,
Which is normal. I was really white. It's like
well, and then
kind of the way.
the only thing though, in hindsight, in case you guys didn't know, so
Yeah,
I use a lot
more-
of Vaseline.
Bring more. Bring more than one.
Bottle of sunscreen. Oh my
Yeah.
God. But actually, we had enough because actually your brothers were there and your family, so we got some of the sunscreen.
Or it's like $15.
Ouais, une bouteille. Surtout là, il y en avait. Mais one thing, I love Vaseline. Vaseline is amazing. Best moisturizer, everything. I used it a lot on my lips. And it tanned my lips. And I was like, huh. So my lips are a lot darker. And I was like, which is cool because usually my lips are very pale. So I was like, I like it. you know, so. Tu vois? Yeah, so.
We're going to need to wrap it up.
Yes.
Because we might be on the borderline of how much we can film on my phone because I took a lot of camera pictures.
Yes, fair enough.
So I might not have enough.
Yeah. So let us
Space.
know if you guys ever been to a resort or if you guys, I don't know, what do you think of the beach? And also let us know if you find the playa.
Yeah, donde la playa.
If you've ever found it, let us know
Let
where
us
it
know
is.
where you found it.
So that's a
Recommend us
tag.
Recommend us vacation locations with a good beach.
Yeah. Or we'll review other things again. And yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
That's it.
Next episode.
Take care, guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a good day. Bye.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?